Hey everybody, it's Daniel Tejada here from Straight Up Growth with my man Isaac, the founder of OnSite Support. Super excited about this tool that he's got to show us today. It's super unique, but Isaac, why don't you give him a quick introduction?
How are you guys? First of all, thanks, Daniel, for having me, and thank you all for listening. Nice to meet you all here, and I'm very excited to introduce a brand new program in partnership with Amazon called OnSite Support. So looking forward to that.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going through the tool with Isaac. It's something super unique here. Definitely going to help for I think a couple different areas. Like just right off the bat, as I'm looking at it, customer retention is something that's so huge right now. We all know acquisition costs on Amazon have been going up. I'm sure everybody sees their CPCs going up, and so one of the things I really like to preach to my clients is, how do you squeeze more dollars out per customer? And one of the biggest things is retention, right? Being able to upsell them, get them to buy into the brand. And so, Isaac, without further ado, why don't we give the people a taste of what we got going on here?
Yeah, well, just to follow up on that point, it's not only about retention, or retention is not only about an upsell, it's also about giving customer support. The Amazon program that we're working on is called the PLS program, which is Product Lifecycle Support, which their main goal is to increase the amount of time that the product is in the customer's hands. So if you have to make a fix to the product or whatever it is to keep the product in their hand, that will make it a goal and stop a return.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a really huge point. So for you guys, what makes this different, right? I know that there's ways you can, respond to customers typically and like complaints and messages, like just Amazon's interface, but what really makes you guys different than what exists in the market today?
So this is really the first time that Amazon's opening up the gates for post-purchase engagement, right? So up until now, you can do a lot of different things to get a customer to buy from you on Amazon, but once they bought it, it's pretty limited in how you could support them. Like you mentioned, buyer-seller messaging is really the only way now, right? And then when a customer goes back to their order page, the only thing they can do is either return it or they can leave a bad review. So what we did is we introduced another option for the customer on that orders page, native to Amazon, which is get product support. So now the customer can click on that button, and instead of returning or leaving that review, they can speak to the seller first, speak to that brand at the point of return, try to fix the problem, send out a replacement, take care of the issue, help them with it, and then leave a happy customer instead of a return.
Yeah, I think that the biggest part there is that it's native to Amazon. Can we show like on the screen share here what it looks like, just for context?
Sure.
Like this is not what you normally see at all, right? On the back end, but that highlighted out. Can you call that out there for us?
Sure. So this is the customer's order page screen, right? So when they go to make a return, this is the page they're coming to. This yellow button, Get Product Support, is in yellow, in fact, on the page. And if you're brand registered and FBA, we can get you enrolled for that button. That button has been a pilot on the Vendor Central side. We worked with Amazon, brought it over to Seller Central, and now we're opening it up to all brand registered brands who want to provide support for their brands.
Yeah, and this is huge, right? Like just giving you that additional option, like you mentioned. Most of the other before, your guys' tool here, essentially you wouldn't even have that button as an option, right? Like you mentioned, you can either return or you can
odds.
right.
I like to look at it as basic odds. You come to this page, up until now, you have two choices: return, bad review. Both suck, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But at least now we're adding one option that's good: get product support, to avoid those other two. So now the seller has a 33% chance of survival now. And we're working with Amazon to increase that. So we're adding another button, for example, which is a replacements button, right? So if you register and enroll, your customer will be able to request a replacement part from this page instead of returning or leaving a bad review. So it's just another way to stop the bad button from getting clicked and get them to push the yellow button.
No, that's awesome. And I all know from my early days of selling on Amazon, right? Those standard email follow-up tools that people had, right? Just like the, hey, try to reach out to us. That used to work really great back in the day when not everyone was buying, multiple times a day, right, on Amazon. And a lot of those email automated follow-ups, like they get picked up by spam. The customer never ever sees it, so they never even have that option anymore, right? Like it used to be so much easier. So this definitely is reminiscent of that, where all of a sudden there's the opportunity to communicate with that customer again, bringing me back to the glory days of Amazon, those early private label days.
People always ask me, well, how do you know they're going to click that button, right? I mean, what if they just click return anyway? So my response to that is most of the time when you give them a chance to keep the product that they purchased, they will try to keep it. And this is an interesting case study to show you here. So this product is a Hungry Chef pizza oven, right? So they had 341 units at FBA. When they sold through, about 154 customers made it back to the orders page, right? So 154 potential returns. Now, 89 of them clicked get product support instead of the return button. And from those 89, 87 avoided a return. Now, this might not be every case, but you see here, more than 50% opted for support versus a return. So depending on the product, depending on the price and the complexity, when you give the customers a chance for support, more often than not, they'll take it.
Oh, this is huge. And I love that. I mean, you're even quantifying that returns cost avoided, space in the Amazon avoided. And then on top of that, we're looking at this from a single purchase, right? If this is the brand that sells multiple items here, you know, let's say a customer clicks on one of the other items that they're trying to sell and they're remembering, oh, I didn't like that brand, right? If you're mitigating that, right, those 57% of that, you know, customers you've reduced, you're now probably also created a better brand experience. So when they do come to buy again, tell their friends, you know, they're saying it in a positive manner rather than this is not the type of brand that I want to.
I mean, if you look at these here, these messages coming into our chat, this is like the first week since this account's messages were turned on. All these could have been negative reviews. Instead, there are live chats that were remedied within 24 hours. This account has a policy of remedying every chat within 24 hours. So this is in essence 334 possible bad reviews or returns, or like you said, bad taste in the mouth, right? Where you have bad word of mouth to friends. Now they all got flipped. And usually the guys that you flip are the happiest ones at the end of the day, you know, and they're the ones who are going to speak 100% about you. So the reach is much further than the actual return you're dealing with. It's also the review rate and the algorithm at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, this is wild. So many different ways this helps. What I'd love to see is like, what happens when the customer clicks? Where do they go from there on that link itself?
So when they click on that link, they're going to come to our third-party landing page, which is a custom-built branded page for your site, for your brand. So for example, this customer has a fully built by us OnSite support suite that comes with the full live chat integration, a full ticketing system, and a self-serve knowledge base. So the customers can come here to answer any questions, check out any manuals, guides. If there's videos, they can check that as well. But they can also submit a ticket or start a live chat with the brand. All that can be done from here. And as a brand, you get to manage all those chats from here as well. So whether you're selling on Amazon or anywhere else, you just log into your inbox and you can see all your messages from one place. And it's pretty cool because when you do log in to check out these messages, you're getting a lot of info that you never would have gotten otherwise. You get to see the order ID, you're getting the product name, you get the customer name, the customer email address, and you can use all the tools available through our software to remedy the situation, like a canned response or dropping in a knowledge base article or asking for a video or triggering a replacement part. All that can be done through the tool. From all your marketplaces, that can be Amazon, eBay, Shopify, Walmart, Instagram, anywhere they're trying to reach you and anywhere you're selling, we can integrate into the tool.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you could link out not even just from Amazon, but if they wanted to utilize that on different channels, just make kind of a center place for ticketing and customer support. It's really, really cool. I also really like the landing page piece to that. Just throwing out ideas. Like one of the ways that I've done probably a worse job of what you guys are doing is like adding QR codes to packaging, right? And just building a custom landing page there. You don't get the ticketing support directly through Amazon, but one of the things that I like to do on that is really kind of resell the customer, number one. So introduce them to new products, right? Think of like what you do for A+ content or like a storefront page. I think educating is really important too. So if you've got complicated items like how-to videos or little guides there, it's another way to mitigate that. And then ultimately having the support system directly from live chat is pretty powerful as a whole.
It's pretty much all that you just said. The way I like to look at it is, the Amazon integration with that button is kind of like a bonus, but you're also getting a full support desk. Like you're getting a full suite to manage your support from all your marketplaces. So like, let's say you're selling on Shopify, we add our live chat button straight on your Shopify store. And if someone chats you there, it's coming straight into the tool. So you can manage it from our software, from, like I said, any marketplace that you're on. It just makes it easier to manage support so that naturally you're more professional, your customers are happier, they're getting taken care of quicker. That's going to reduce your returns, reduce negative sentiment and bad reviews. And we try to make it as easy as possible. So we're going to fully design and build out these landing pages for you. Like this landing page is going to give you all the live chat you need. We're going to build out the full knowledge base. We'll integrate it to your marketplaces. And as you mentioned, that QR code, we're also going to provide you with that QR code, which is Amazon approved by their TOS. So they designed it and we're just changing it for your brand. Let me just pull one up here. You'll get a custom QR code like this with your logo and branding that'll direct the customer straight to your site. So you add this to your product packaging, and instead of even getting them from the orders page, we'll get them from the package itself and save them that trip and, get the odds better, like we said earlier, improve your chance of getting the return avoided. So we'll give you the QR code, we'll set up the landing page, integrate it everywhere, show you how to use it, and make sure you're up and running.
Yeah, super cool. And I know I've seen some things with like product inserts where I've utilized it, even putting some of the, I've had brands where we've thrown QR codes directly on product packaging, and you'd be amazed at all the adoption that you'd see. I think maybe one of the only positives from COVID is that almost everyone learned how to use QR codes because of restaurants and all that.
Now they're everywhere. It's true.
Yeah.
But just to show you some other examples of the landing pages, it's very customizable. So we can add videos here, how-to guides, replacement forms, warranty applications, replacement parts. All that will be done by our team for you on this page. So when your customer comes here, they're impressed. They see a real company, they see a brand, they have trust that you could take care of their issue.
No, I think that's huge there. You're really building the brand side of things. And I think one thing that's super important is that this is compliant with Amazon, right? Like that's one of the, we live in an area where there's a lot of gray, and being able to have something that, with a high degree of confidence that we can do because Amazon approves it. That's huge.
Yep.
So
if you
check
out our website, you'll see, if you check out our website, you'll see an endorsement video from Amazon there, encouraging brands to use the software, explaining what it's about and how it benefits even Amazon, because Amazon's happy when they avoid returns too, because they don't want that labor back and forth. They'd rather keep the revenue, increase the market share, and just move on to the next. They don't want to deal with this either. So they're very happy when sellers onboard to this and give the real support that's required. Sorry, I lost track there. What were we in the middle of saying?
No, I like it. I like what you're saying. Yeah, it's compliant. There's so many good things, so I lose track of it too.
Right. I was going to say, So I was going to say that Amazon did endorse us and we're fully compliant, meaning we brought this idea to Amazon. We told them how beneficial this could be to the sellers. They gave us the beta. They loved the beta, and now they opened it up. In the 2 months that we've been open, we already have 100 brands enrolled, and it's really filling up quick. So I would suggest to your audience, if they're worried about holiday in Q4 and the returns rush post-holiday, now's the time to sign up and get ready to manage those.
How long would you say, setting something like this up typically takes you guys for a brand? I'm sure, number of products are important and things like that, but how quickly can customers get things going?
So we have a full design team on staff that's putting these together daily. The usual turnaround time is going to be 3 to 5 days to get your landing page fully built out and designed.
Oh, wow.
The Amazon integration might take another week. They take longer to get that button up, but everything else should be up and running right away. And then we can make all those integrations and connections that the seller needs.
That's awesome. Yeah, sounds pretty quick to set something like this up. There, I'm trying to think. What would you say, the things your customers love most right now about this tool are, for maybe the top 3 things?
I mean, I think the most important thing is that when a customer buys something, they usually intend to keep it. And it's very frustrating as a seller when they want to keep it, you could fix the problem, but you have no means or tools to do it. and it's been like this for 15 years because I've been a seller on Amazon for a long time and I know the pain. That's where this came from, right? You sell on Amazon, you feel the pain, you find the solution, then you sell the solution. So I know what it is, and I know how frustrating it is for a seller. So this really is the first time Amazon's opening up and giving you that ability. I mean, you're getting the contact information, you're able to speak directly with them, and you have front placement right on Amazon's order page. So it doesn't get any closer than that. It's literally an inch away from that return button. They could speak to you from an Amazon button. So you, as a seller, you can't give up that opportunity no matter what. You need to have that connection with your customer.
Yeah, and I know, honestly, like one of the biggest things or issues I have, let's say with like some traditional retail heavy brands or just bigger brands in general, is that I lose my customer, the ability to own that conversation, right? And this is a way to re-engage, some of those customers in a way that you're probably more used to, and it's easy peasy directly where that customer is actually ordering, are going to that section on their page.
Especially with so much competition on Amazon, it's getting harder and harder to separate yourself from the rest. As you mentioned earlier, repeat customers are a big thing. People pay to acquire a customer, but when you pay for post-acquisition success, that's when you keep an easy customer. That's low-hanging fruit that's going to keep coming back, so you want that guy first. So the more tools we give you to get to that guy, the easier it's going to be to improve your bottom line.
100%. I know we partner with this company where we can pull some like customer journey information on Amazon. So not just like LTV, but like LTV by product and like different cohorts and some interesting stuff. One brand that we work with, they have super high LTV, right? Like the average customer buys about 10x, right? And they buy the item 10 times in the 12-month period on average. So new customer acquisition is huge for us. One gap that I saw was only 30% of our customers were reordering. So our average customer, if they buy a second time, is actually buying a lot more. But we were a little bit low on secondary purchases. So like we switched up our whole DSP around trying to, and even our content about trying to really push retention. We saw in 2 months a $150,000 increase in our organic revenue just by increasing our secondary purchases, a couple percentage points. So something, tool like this that even 1 to 5%, who knows how high it can go, can really, really make a big difference, especially the more and more volume that you're doing as a seller.
Take that up a level to a subscribe and save model, right? When you have like a replenishable item, not a perishable item on subscribe and save, like a vitamin or food or anything like that can't be returned, and you have a customer getting a shipment every few weeks, they get one bad shipment and they can't return it. You know what they can do? Cancel it. That's all they could do is cancel your subscription. So you save one of those and you're saving an annual subscription. And I have many sellers like that are thrilled that they now have the ability to save those subscriptions, because you work hard to build a brand on Amazon and you finally get that customer willing to reorder from you automatically, which is the goal in retail. And now you're going to, just because you can't speak to the guy, so we're giving you that ability. You should be thrilled if you're a subscribe and save seller. That's for sure.
That's huge. Yeah. And I know I know sellers that get 50 to 70% of their revenue off subscribe and save orders alone. So I totally see the big benefit on that front. That's huge.
Send it my way if you know.
Yeah, I should. Man, I better get a referral for it. We'll see.
Well, we do have an affiliate link, so you should give your listeners a discount and let them use your affiliate link to sign up for our tool. That and sooner rather than later, before the holiday.
Yeah, I definitely love trying to get something like this set up before the holidays. We'll make sure that within our in the comments here, you'll definitely see a link to visit the tool itself. Super excited about this tool. I've honestly never seen anything like it, so this is definitely very, very exciting on our end here. How else can people kind of reach out? We'll have a link there. What's kind of your standard website, just to make sure people know how to get you?
Sure. So they can always go to onsitesupport.io anytime. I have a live chat there. They can start chatting with me there, or they can email Isaac, ISAAC, at onsitesupport.io. And we'll definitely get back to you one of those two ways.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Isaac, for having the people, being on here today, showing people the new tool. Definitely reach out. Feel free to message me directly if you guys have questions. I'm super pumped up about this tool. It's retention is the name of the game. Making sure you have a good customer experience, and this is just a way that we can get that much further. So appreciate you taking the time today.
Thank you very much, Daniel. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed our conversation. I hope your audience does too, and I look forward to following up with them and you. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Have a good one.